Hello guys, welcome to another video. Like always, this story doesn't belong to me and the link to the original post will be in the description. That being said, let's get into the video. What if Minato had adopted Obito or a better route? Chapter 58 and part 58. Two figures in black cloaks covered in red clouds were walking to the hidden leaf village. They were each wearing a large straw hat to cover their faces. As they didn't want to be recognized, both were wanted with a high bounty on their head. After all, even if there wasn't many people who would actually manage to kill them. One of them was a woman with dark skin and black hair. Her eyes were deep green and she full lips that covered full lips that carved into her sensitive smile. All in all, she was a beautiful woman. She wore a cloud headband with a small door in it and a simple mesh suit underneath it. Turning to her partner, she asked, "Why we are not too far from this palace, are we, Kisame?" Kisame, a blue-skinned man with a large sword stabbed to his back, responded, "Yeah, it's not that far from here. You need to calm yourself down, Tenki. It's not like we are on a deadline or anything." The woman, now identified as Tenki, responded, "Yeah, but it's not. It's been almost 2 weeks since I have got a bath in somewhat other than a freezing cold river." Kisame joked, "Ah, but then I don't get to watch. Then I don't get to watch see you in full glory." Tenken shrugged. "I don't really care if you watch me. I just want some warm drinking water. That's all." Kisame was a little sad she didn't even seem to seem offended by his joke. "It's not funny if you don't even react." Tenken decided to throw him a bone bone a joke back. "I don't think a woman reacts to very much of what you do." "I don't think women react to very much of what you do, especially in bed." Kisame started roar with laughter. "Now, that's more like it. Oh, and for the record, I would rock your world." Tenken rolled her eyes. "Please, I would have you beg for more if I even gave you a little taste of what I can do." Kisame and Tenken continued to argue about who would rock whose world for the next half an hour. Those two worked scarcely well together. Obito wanted to scream as he listened to the council repeat itself over and over and over again. One of the council members repeated from the what must have been the third time. On any average year, Obito could bear to hear him say it again. "Yes, you have said that already. On any average year, any of these Genins would be promoted as they all gave excellent performance. However, 6 Genin would be the second most we have ever promoted. When we weren't at war, we need more tricks, so Kiba seems like a logical choice for promotion. Shikamaru showed an extremely high amount of intellect and would be great for leading missions, so he seems logical for promotion. Mito is an excellent healer and showed great skill as combat, and it seems like we are always short on healers. Hinata is clan heir and might be able to get rid of the cage Versil, which has been the soft spot for several clans around here for a long time. For a long time, Kakashi and Naruto show brilliance on pretty much every level, and it would almost be a crime if we didn't to promote them. So that leaves us with the question: what do we do? Do we promote all of them or force ourselves to cut some? The only thing I know for sure is repeating ourselves over and over again. won't get us anywhere. The council hated to admit he was right, but they really didn't need to come to a decision. One of them could decide whether or not to cut some of them or promote all of them. One of them asked, "I'm not sure what to do so bad if we promote all of the three of them." They all gave Chunin worthy performance, so I say promote them. Obito more or less agreed with him. Exactly, it's not like we can have too many tunings, is it? Danzo wasn't so sure. That may set a bad example, make it seem like all you have to do is get to the finals to be promoted. Obito disagreed. If they hadn't all done fantastic, I would agree with you. The simple fact of the matter is they all did very well. Let's put it to a vote. Put it to a vote. Who all thinks that we should promote each of them? Eh, e- 8 people raise their hands, and who all thinks we should cut some of them? 3 people raise their hands. That's a 3 out of 4 majority. Looks like we are passing all of them. Most everyone in the room looked pleased. 6 brand new tunings coming up is something to be very happy. After all, one council member asked, "Who will readjust the team who will readjust the teams?" Obito didn't seem how it was complicated. Move Sasuke to Team 8 and move Sai to Team 10. Easy. The same council member asked, what about the Inushikacho formation? Obito wanted to smack his forehead on the desk. Shikamaru's just gonna be a tuning. We can still have him work premierly with Team 10 and teach Sai on the side. We will probably keep Team 11 together as well because they all work well with one another, and we will have Kiba and Hinata work with their clans. The council members was about to ask another question, but Obito cut him off. Look, we are done talking about this. Just get everyone in here so we can inform them of this change we are making to the teams. A couple of the assistants left to go and find everyone. This was gonna be one hell of a big day for the Leaf. The Akatsuki teammates had been traveling for what seems to be like forever, and Tenki was just about to ready to snap. She didn't understand how Kisame could just sleep on the ground for days on end, wake up this sweat walking everywhere, take bath in a dirty river, and then still not bringing to a fine, still not being to a nice hot spring. It really baffled her. Tenken looked up to see a large gate with the hidden leaf emblem on it. Finally, we made it! Kisame had to keep from rolling his eyes. Honestly, you are a member of the most dangerous organization in the world, and you can't even go a little while without a bath? That's just sad. No wonder we don't have many women in the Akatsuki. Tenken defended herself. First off, oh, that's an extremely sexist and just all around asshole thing to say. Kisame didn't argue, and Tenken could see she wasn't going to get anywhere on this for her front, so she moved. And two, everyone had that one thing they need to have to keep themselves in good mood. For me, it's a hot spring. For you, it's killing people in a very violent manner. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you. Deal? Kisame guessed he could live with that. Alright, that's fair enough. By the way, why did you join the Akatsuki in the first place? Tenken really didn't want, sorry, fish cakes, but that's a story for another day. Kisame gave a mock pout. Fine, but don't call me fish cakes. I hate that more than anything. Tenken smirked. Whatever you say, shark boy. Before Kisame could scream at her, she had already jumped into the trees so that she could sneak into the leaves. Kisame mumbled to himself, I don't know if I wanna freak her or kill her. Obito looked over the rookie 12 with a great amount of pride. It was Amazing to think, amazing to think that half of them would be promoted in just a few minutes. Uncle walked over and asked him, "I'm gonna have a Genin team when this is all over and all over and it is all over said and done." Obito chuckled. "Maybe you will, and maybe you won't. You will just have to wait and see like everybody else." Anko walked back over to the other team, mumbling, while Obito stood up to address everyone. "Attention, people! We are ready to announce the changes to your Genin teams. If you will take a seat, then we will get started." Everyone sat down, and Anko yelled, "Don't keep us waiting! Who passed?" Obito sighed. I'm supposed to tell you guys how excellent all of you did and thank you for your help during the battle with the hidden sound. Anko wasn't having it. "We don't care about any of that. Just tell us who passed already." Obito could see that waiting going to risk his health. Was risking his health. All right then, bring out vests. One of the assistants came out carrying 6 vests. Asuma almost dropped his cigarette. "Holy shit! Am I counting those right?" Obito just gave a smile and nodded. "Yep, all 6 of them passed. We considered cutting some, but at the end of the day, they all showed they had what it takes to be a Chunin. If the 6 finalists will come up here, we can start giving them out." Kakashi didn't hesitate. Kakashi calls dibs on the first Deeps on going first. Obito grabbed one of the vest and handed over to his son. "I'm very proud of you, Kakashi. You did absolutely fantastic in the exam and showed a great number of leadership skill during the fight. Congratulations." Kakashi was clearly grinning under his marks when he grabbed the vest and ran back to his friends. Obito got another one of the vest and Naruto came up next. "Naruto, would haven't I don't think you probably would have done any better in these exams. You showed intellect, strength, and bravery that we don't even bring to fourth. Nice job." Naruto thanked him and walked back to his friends. Obito motioned for Mito to come. "Mito, you are one of the greatest prodigies this village has ever seen. You have got the strength of your mother and the brain of your father. You did excellent." Mito beamed at the praise and looked over her new vest, and she went back with her friends. Shoved Shikamaru up there so that he would go next. "Shikamaru, the amount of strategy brilliance you showed during the Chunin exams rivaled that of even your fathers, and during battle you showed that you could stop being lazy in less than a second if the situation requires you to. You have finally earned this." Shikamaru muttered something to himself and went back to his chair so he could get back to his nap. Kiba came up next, with Akamaru barking happily. "Kiba, you showed something that few Inuzukas do in your battle with Kara. You showed that you know when you are you are to use strategy over strength. That's more than enough to earn you the Chunin vest." Kiba took his vest and raised it over his head, trophy style. Hinata went up next. "Hinata, your performance during the Chunin exam showed you just how far you have come over the past few years. All of your half doubt was gone and you have showed just how strong you really are. You have gotten yourself a Chunin vest and one step closer to becoming clan head. Obito finished off by telling all of them all of the changes that would be made to even out the teams. Everyone seemed relatively pleased. Sadly, that happiness wouldn't stay long, wouldn't stay throughout the day. Kisame looked around the various training grounds with a sinister smile on his face. These were the kids' training ground. If we stick around for a while, he is bound to turn up. Tenken was just as happy as he was great. I am all bathed up, and then I get a good fight. This is gonna be a great day. That's all for part 58 and chapter 58 of A Better Route. If you're gonna be notified for future parts and other fan fiction reading, then the best way is by subscribing. And yeah, don't forget to join my Discord server. But yeah, that's all for this video. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.